eagles fly. Let's peep the squad. Big Pat Shell and Dante the Dark Jive. Drop the stats on them, drop the facts on them. It's Pregame, baby. Let's get it on.
Hey, fam, it's your man Dante the Dark Knight, and welcome to the pregame version of Eagles Talk. Yeah, I'm kind of on location. I'm down here with the boys in enemy territory, actually a Giants lair. But I figure I come and do a little live broadcast just to get us on remote, just to get us ready for our live broadcast next week, where we'll be appearing at the Jewish Men's Day up in Delaware County next week. So I thought I'd get out on the road and get reacclimated to doing this and setting up and all that, because we don't have interns, it's me. So I had to refamiliarize myself with this setup. So I'm here. Hey guys, we take on the Tennessee Titans, our 10-1 Eagles. Tennessee is a very physical team. I don't expect this to be easy. I don't, but I think that it'll be another box that we can check off. I mean, this team is a perennial playoff team. Not too long ago, they were in the AFC Championship game. They know what it is to get up for big games. Our team is not as battle-tested with the playoff experiences they have. So I think it'll be a great test for us. They're 7-4, and they boast one of the best running backs in the league, Derrick Henry. So they like to run the ball, and they like to stop the run. So this is a very physical team up front on both sides of the ball. So I think this will be a great test for our team as we go down the stretch run. And after this home game here, this is the last home game for like 3 weeks. We go on the road. So this will be great to get a win before we have to go on the road and face the Dallas Cowboys, amongst others, the Bears, who has a running back that runs all over the place. So let's get this win under our belt. How do you guys feel? Pat and Michelle, how's it going?
What up? What up? What up?
Hey, what's up?
When I throw it out, I know I usually point to somebody, but whenever I throw it out and I don't point to somebody, it's always ladies first. You know.
All right. Well, as everybody's been saying all week, it's another tough game, another test for the Eagles. That's kind of getting old at this point. Just saying.
We gotta say something.
I'm just saying. I mean,
we gotta have something to talk about.
Can we pick another hot take, another big game, another test? Is it going to expose us? I think we get up for this game. Yes, they're going to be a tough competitor, but what happened to we're not playing anybody? As soon as we play somebody, everybody picks us to lose.
Right.
I mean, we can't win. We winning, we're not winning. I can't call it, but I think it's definitely going to be a tough game today. But I think we're up for the challenge, and I think our coaches are up for the challenge. It's really going to be a test for them more so than the players.
Yeah, no doubt.
Definitely.
What do you think, Pat? How's it going to go? What's it going to go down? It's an easy game, because sometimes I'll be like, it's going to be a tough game, and Pat be like, I don't see it being tough.
Any game on a Sunday is not an easy game.
Any
game
Pat.
you got to put pads on and go out there and put up a score. It's not going to be an easy game, regardless of who you're playing. This is going to be a tough game.
Well, it's
going to be a tough game, but you know what? Let's get this thing going, because I just got back from DC.
All right,
Hey.
yeah, he is ready. Yeah, let's do this. You tuned in to Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around, that's by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed and social manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. I am still on my sobriety kick, so I'm not drinking. But if I could get my coffee over here, I'll take a sip of that. And, that'll get me hyped up. And you guys, let me know what you're drinking out there in the chat room. Pat is going to be doing. I don't even have to look at the screen. I know what he's going to be doing. He's going to be doing the Jameson Irish whiskey. And Michelle, what are you doing? Jameson also, but
No.
she upped you. She got the fancy bottle.
The Shamong Red.
She got the fancy
Jersey
stuff.
Wines.
Oh, she's got Jersey
Oh, my
wines.
fault. I'm sorry. I'm not,
Come on now.
Oh, my bad. I can't see. All right. So she's doing the wine. The people are here. What do you hold up? What did you hold up, Dwight? What's that? That's he's doing the Four Roses bourbon. All right. I'll get a shot of the crowd
Nice,
a little later
nice.
on. All right, so everybody, let me know what you're drinking out there, and whatever you do, make sure you do it responsibly. But we're pre-gaming for our Philadelphia Eagles as they take on the Tennessee Titans. So down the hatch, 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the first quarter.
The first quarter, people out there probably the first time tuning in, they're like, "What the hell is going on? Are they drinking?" Yes, we are. We're drinking. This is what we do. We like to talk about our favorite football team, and we like to do it. It's because this show is by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. We're not broadcast journalists. We're fans just like you. So we prepare for the games just like you do. So I'm glad you guys tuned in. So the first quarter, man, we talked about just briefly how physical this team, they do what we like to do and they stop what we like to do. You know what I mean? They're good at running the ball, which we are good at, and they're good at stopping the run, and we like to run the ball. So I don't know how that is going to, match up today. That's what makes it seem like a tough game. They are weak in the pass defense, 29th in the league. So maybe this will be a AJ Brown get revenge on his old team type of game. That's what I'm feeling.
Michelle.
I don't know. You think AJ's gonna go off today? You think he's
Well,
gonna
I
go
think that
off?
if
I
that's
think
if
he's gonna be motivated to go off, but I think we might spread the ball around a little bit just because they do like to stop the run. I'm hoping to see a couple new schemes that we haven't seen before to mitigate how they stop the run because they are going to stop our run game. So I hope um, AJ's involved. I hope Smitty gets involved. I think it's going to take all of our offensive weapons, our wideouts to make a difference in this game.
Yeah, definitely. You have to take advantage of what their weakness is, and it's the pass game.
That part.
I mean, they're ranked 31st overall out of 32 teams. They're terrible. And one of their speaking of inactives, one of their nickel corners is out for the game. So we
Hmm.
definitely have to take advantage of their weak point because their strong point is their defensive line.
All right. Sorry, I'm looking at the comments, and I am so sorry for delaying on including you guys in the conversation. But here on
Hey
Eagles
y'all.
Talk, we like to include you guys in the conversation. So let me welcome our fourth co-host, and that's you people that are in the chat room. So the first person in the chat room today is JT, and he says, "Bird Gang checking in from DC, not Baltimore. I'm happy Godzilla back. Number 90, go Birds." Yes, we didn't
Okay,
even talk
yes,
about the
Jordan
big
Davis.
guys coming back.
Yes, he
The
is.
second person in the room today is Robin Wallace in the house. What's up, Robin?
In his house.
And third is Jeremiah Andrews, and he says, "Game day, baby. Time to get this win." You right. Richard Boo,
Okay.
what's up, Rich? Rich
What
is in
up?
the house. He says, "What's up, Eagles family? What's up, Rich?" Drexel's in the house also. He says, "Let's get this win." You know that. The White Brown is in the house. He said, "What's up, fam? Checking in from the West Coast. Let's
West
go,
side?
Eagles. Get this dub." Yo, identify where you're from. I know a lot of
Shout your
regulars. I know
city
where you
out.
guys are from. But shout out where you are watching from because it's always interesting to me. When I found out Tony was in Australia, it just blew my mind. And now he's a friend of the show, a friend of me, I say, from all the way
Of
across
all
the
of
world.
us, you can't just have him
Yes.
by yourself.
Yes, my bad. And the Dion Jones, you weren't here last show. Dion was all late and everything. I was like, "What? He knew the show wasn't gonna be here. He acting up when she not here. That's
Oh,
some
he be
bullshit."
acting a fool when I'm
He acting
not.
up. He
Let
came
me
in all
find
late.
out.
Let's go, bird time. What's up, Dion? What you drinking on, Dion? Let me know. Mason, about
Terramana.
that
I
time,
saw
you
what
know
he
what
was
it is.
drinking. He drinking Terramana.
Hector's in the house. Said fly Eagles fly, and Mason is in the house, and he says fly Eagles fly. Yes, good point. How did you do the inactives,
Thank
Pat?
you.
Because I'm happy at one person that I know is going to be active.
Hmm.
So for the Tennessee Titans, the inactives list reads as such: defensive end Danico Autry, who is a tone setter for that defense, is out. The cornerback Elijah Moten is out. Wide receiver Cody Holster, running back Hassan Haskin, their kick returners out. Defensive end Sam Okelolu is gone. Offensive guard Jordan Ruse and defensive nose tackle Naquan Jones. I'm sorry. And for our Philadelphia Eagles, Jordan Davis is back.
Woo woo.
Yeah, give
Sure.
us a round of applause for that. The big guy is back.
Big guy is back.
We need him.
Defensive end Robert Quinn is a scratch today. He's out today. Third string quarterback Ian Brook, fourth string running back Trey Sherman, I thought should have been active today for special teams, is out. Offensive guard Sua Preda, offensive lineman Josh Stills, and cornerback Josh Jobe is all inactive for the Philadelphia Eagles.
And that big name on that list was Jordan Davis. The big guy is back. We
That's
really
right.
need him. The new additions, they were adequate. They kind of stopped the bleeding to a certain extent. But it's always good to have this guy back. While he's playing, the team only gives up. What's the per yards
Like
of carry?
2.9.
Like 2.9.
It went up a little bit, but it was definitely 2.9 at one
Listen,
point.
Derrick
There's
Henry ain't
definitely a
ready.
difference.
He ain't ready.
Yeah.
Justin
He's a
Jefferson
grown ass
wasn't
man, and we
ready.
need a grown ass man to tackle him. And
Yeah.
Jordan Davis is
Listen,
that type of dude. He about that life. So come on, bring it, Derrick Henry, because Jordan Davis about that life.
we have answers. That's what people don't understand. We have answers at every position, except maybe special teams. Other than that, we have answers.
We got answers. They just not the answers we like.
Right.
Yeah.
We had an answer for Micah Parsons. We had an answer for Justin Jefferson. Every time we're tested, we have an answer. We do have the answers. We're not like Sway. We do have the answers.
Yeah, that's what's up.
The crazy thing about it is that you look at what the Cincinnati Bengals did to Tennessee last week. They played a bear type defense where they actually blitzed the nickel corner most of the time. And the thing about these big running backs, if you're able to get to him before he gets to his third, fourth step, they're not nifty enough to make a move out of it. So you take them down, but once they get his motion going on that fourth step, then you might have an issue. So if we're able to get to Henry before he gets started, and those tackles behind the line of scrimmage, wrap him up and tackle him, we could be very successful in that run stoppage today. Because Tannehill, I hate to say this, we should not lose to Ryan Tannehill playing quarterback today.
Ever.
Right? Yes, I know I shouldn't be
I
saying
agree.
it, but we should not lose
We should
to
not.
Tannehill playing quarterback. Not just handing the ball, but actually physically making decisions. Right? We should not be doing that today. Like he's not that Aaron Rodgers who's going to sit back there and pick us apart.
Like,
But
yeah,
if
seriously.
if JG doesn't shore up his defense, and on 3rd and 2 you have your cornerbacks playing 7 yards off. If he doesn't play that soft ass defense, just let our corners play against their wide receivers. The wide receivers is no big names. Traylon Burke is the rookie they replaced AJ Brown with. That's kind of stupid. But the thing about it, we have the cornerbacks to go against these high flying passing teams. Tennessee is not that. We get back a big piece to stop the run today. We need to take full advantage and dominate that line of scrimmage with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. I agree. Let me see what you guys are saying out there. Oops, my fault. Wrong button. Okay, here we go. Kyle O'Brien says, "What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully, Stoutland University shows up and we feel the presence of the return of Davis." Yeah, that part.
Right.
Jordan says, "Stop the run and get to Tannehill." That's the key to this game. Stopping the run,
Period.
slowing down the run, getting back to the formula that has worked for us early in the season, which was stopping them early, putting points on the board, and then making the other team a one-dimensional team. We know this team likes to run the ball. We stop the run early, put some points on the board because they go hand in hand. You put some points on the board, and once they get in a chase mode, they run out of time to be able to run the ball to get back in the game.
Right.
To catch up, it's okay. You maybe can run the ball in the first, second quarters, but as the game goes on, you don't have the time to stick to the run. And once they become one dimensional, that's when our defense eats. That's when our secondaries get these the reason one of the reasons why we lead the league in interceptions is that formula. So let's get back to that. Hopefully we can get back to that going down the stretch of this season here, because we don't have the number one seed sold up. Let's put it that way. So it's still so close with us in Minnesota that we can ill afford to lose any of these games.
That's right.
So every game is important. And this game right here will get us one step closer to our goal, right? This game right here will clinch our playoff berth. Well, that's not been in question for many weeks now. But a win today clinches a playoff berth. And of course, we're playing for the number one seed in the NFC. Let me see. Raheem says win and end today.
Heemy.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Heemy.
Exactly. Win and end. Yeah, Heemy. BJ says, how do the D-line rotations since Jordan Davis is back? How do you do the D-line rotation? I think we're richer now. What do you think, Pat? Speak to that.
It's very simple. I mean, I could explain it in the second quarter, but it's with those bigger guys you have, you got to make sure they stay fresh. It's not
Fresh
just like
legs,
whoosh you put in and this.
stuff
No,
them holes.
you got to make sure each defensive lineman is fresh to go against that offensive line and that running back that we're going to see at least get 27 carries today.
Yeah, all right.
I'm
So let's
scared
end
of
this quarter.
Derrick
You're right.
And that's the end of the quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter. You are watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around, that's by us Eagles fans for us Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, the 10-1 NFC leading Philadelphia Eagles. We like to talk about them in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. So again, I'm going for my 90 days. I think I'm on day like 40 something. I'm like halfway there. Hung out with the guys last night. Everybody's like, man, you stopping for 90 days? I get tired of stop. He said, one day I said, I get tired of not drinking. But anyway, you guys let me know what you're doing out there. I know Pat's doing the Jameson Irish whiskey. Michelle is sipping on her wine. And you guys let me know how you are pre-gaming out there.
Please
with the
enjoy
best pregame
responsibly.
show, the virtual tailgate right here, Eagles Talk. So let's to our Philadelphia Eagles down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
Second quarter up. And in the second quarter, another thing that is importantly just talked about is this number one seed race that we're in, where, and I'll stick to this to the end of the season, which puts us in it's like we're in playoff mode already, because we can. It's not a week that comes up that we can afford to relax. We are playing and we are striving to secure that number one seed in the NFC. And I think that bodes well for our mentality and our mental fortitude going into the playoffs. You want to stay sharp and you want to be playing your best football going down the stretch. And this number one seed battle is allowing us to stay zoned in on what we have to do. And that's good, because we don't want to let down once we get to the big dance. You don't want to get there and be one and done. You know what I mean? You don't want that. So I think that this type of battle or race to the number one seed keeps us mentally ready and up for every challenge. This is again, I think this is a team that we cannot look past, which we are not. We're not looking past them.
We don't look past any team. I don't
Yeah.
know why people say that.
I think we might have looked past Washington.
I don't
That
think
loss,
so.
A lot of
Look,
people,
look,
a lot of people did. I do kind of agree.
clearly we're not the only ones. Look at
Yeah.
Washington's record. No,
Yeah.
I don't. I think people just wasn't ready for Washington.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we
Who do
never really
keep
said they
after?
were a bad
Yeah.
team besides, their quarterback, but
No. I mean, teams that become physical was always been an issue with us. But since that Washington game, we have shored that up. You know, with the
Mhm.
additions of Livall, Joseph, and Sue, we are able to be physical with a lot of these teams. You've seen it in the last two games we played against the Colts and against Green Bay. Those are two teams that thrive off running the football. You know,
Right.
we might give up a couple yards here and there, but when it comes down to it, we became more stout during the game. We came let less rushing yards and told the quarterback you had to beat us. And I think that's how you win today's game. Today's game, of course, they're gonna get out to where everybody. It's no secret what they like to do, running the
Right.
football.
They are
There's
kind
no
of one
secret.
dimensional, but go ahead.
But you know what? Off of that run thing, it comes to play action pass. So our defensive backs, our linebackers need to be aware of where they're at. Reed Blankenship, making his first career start, needs to be very aware that they're going to be targeting him. In particular with Austin Hooper, who's right now
Mhm.
one of their
Mhm.
better receivers at tight end. So it's no mental breakdown today in that secondary. You have to be mentally focused. You got to be ready for the change up, the curveball that they may throw because we're going to be stacking the box. You're going to see a defensive front today consisting of Jordan Davis at nose tackle,
Mhm.
Laval Joseph at one DN, Sue at the other DN, Fletcher Cox at a DN, Brandon Graham at the other DN. You're going to see that here and there today. And we have to be in the secondary ready for when they come out in that front that they're going to be willing to give up the run and throw the ball.
That's
Be
right.
aware.
Preach, Pat.
Uh,
Preach, our defensive
Pat,
pastor, Pat Sandlin.
yes.
Well, well, I want to go to Wilbur's house. Wilbur ain't drinking. Listen, drink responsibly, and if you're cooking and you got to pause on that, put it down. But Wilbur said he's not doing shots yet because he's smoking ribs
Prepping the
and
grill,
lobster
ribs and
tails.
lobster tails. Man,
Ooh.
where you at?
Wilbur, come
Wilbur, hold up.
on now.
Nobody's telling me where
You
they
and the
at. Where
missus,
they at?
I'll be right over.
I
Listen,
know where y'all at. I asked y'all to tell me where y'all tuning in from. Ain't nobody tell me yet. Oh, here you
I
go.
got one right
Jordan
here.
said he's from. Oh, I know where you at. Look,
Okay,
the other
Jordan.
Sandlin. No, the other Sandlin brother told some Elkins Park. We know where you at. All right.
They're
New
not
England, New
asking the
Hampshire, fuck
people
the
we
Pat.
know. Where y'all at though? Where y'all at? Okay,
All
New
right.
England.
Gilchrist,
Okay,
Colorado. Wow.
Colorado.
Okay.
Okay, Hector.
Oh, we got somebody from Oregon
Here we
too.
go.
There you
Buena
Buena
go.
Park,
Park.
California. The
All
white
right.
is in
Okay.
California. Mason is in Harrisburg, but he's from Harrisburg. He lives in Atlanta.
Okay. Hot
Okay.
Lana.
Oh,
Hot
Oregon.
Lana.
Michael's from Oregon. That's what's up.
Sure.
That's
Okay,
what's up.
Oregon.
All right,
Check
here go
in.
my man,
Check
my brother
in.
here. Dom says, here's the thing. Nick has to stop being cute. These last few weeks, him and Shane have tried to be too cute. Just stick to what works, run the ball, implement the screen game, play action. Yes, that's what it's all about. That's
Right.
what
Mhm.
our offense should always be all about. I understand that they want to they try to mix it up. They try to get creative. And for the most part, they have been successful. We had before last week, before the 40-point game, the previous two games, including the loss to Washington, the offense seemed to be a little stagnant. And I was blaming it on the fact that I think that teams are catching up to what we're doing and having a little bit more success. In Washington's case, they just kept the ball out of our hands. That was a big part of their game plan. But I think that this offensive brain trust has done a good job overall. For the totality of the season of putting points on the board and kind of keeping it fresh and attacking what the opponent is not good at. I think they do
Mhm.
a good job at that because those runs last week by Jalen were were organized runs. Like
Hmm.
even the dropbacks, they were organized. As soon as they dropped back, they anticipated that the field would open up, and
Right.
Jalen just took those running lanes. That was a genius to
Yeah.
me seeing
He
that
gonna
last week.
burn you. He gonna burn you.
Listen, I don't know what the heck the Packers were doing. Like
Right?
they must have forgot that Jalen Hurts actually can run.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
just
think
left it wide open. If you see us in spread formation, you better have somebody watching our quarterback. Come
how
on.
you have 100 yards in the first quarter? Like that makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah. It's
Um,
like they didn't even game plan for Jalen, to be honest
nah,
with you. They was
and
like, oh, we're gonna let him beat us with his arm. Okay, but he can still run.
yeah.
Yes.
So I respect Tennessee a little bit better than that today because I do think they're going to be ready for Jalen to be a running quarterback today, and that's where you got to go into get him under center. You know,
Hmm.
somebody's asked about what about the screen game, and with Dallas Goddard going, you know that tight end screen hasn't even been attempted once. So get
True.
him under center, play action pass. That
Hmm.
actually helps set up a screen to running backs and tight ends better than being in the shotgun the whole freaking game. You know, do something different that this Tennessee Titans team, best believe they're studying our habits, our bad habits and our good habits, and they're going to try to attack on both sides. And if we're going to sit back there and try to be cute with it today, like Dark Knight said, we're not going to survive this.
Mm-mm. No, we
Well, I
can't
don't
get
think.
cute, and we're always in shotgun.
Hmm.
So that goes back to the coaching and the scheming. Like we're predictable
Hmm.
in some points of the game on our offense, and that shows the youth of our coaches because they're still trying to find their identity. But we definitely need to work a little bit better on our schemes and stop depending on being in shotgun so much. Come on.
Definitely.
Jalen has the ability to be under center, shotgun, one step, two step, three step, five drop, you name it. But you got to mix it up
Hmm.
if you want us to have success on for the long haul.
Definitely believe that.
Right, we cannot become predictable. But the last time I checked, you had mentioned that Goddard's out, so we haven't seen tight end screens. But the last I checked, you are allowed to run screens to other positions on the field. Am I correct on this one?
Okay.
Well, yeah,
I'm just checking. I just
Okay.
want to make sure that
but our
I
most
know
successful thing
the
has been the
rules of the
tight end
game.
screen. Our
Talk
most
I know,
about
successful
but
it.
has
I
been
mean, I'm like we can't run it to anybody else though. That's it.
Stop being predictable.
Yeah,
yeah.
predictable. Like yo, we used to
Can we
have
get
a
some play
very
calling?
very effective screen game when Doug was here. Dougie P was here. We had an effective
Doug, when
screen
Andy
game. I
was
don't
here too. Like the
Andy
screen
too.
the
Yeah.
screen game was definitely something that we could rely on, and we mixed it up. A lot of people ate off the screen game under those two former coaches. But
Yes, I don't know what it
shout
is.
out to our folks from all over. We got Maryland, Alabama, Florida, Georgia. I see y'all.
South
Oh, and yes,
Texas.
Miss Pam, they're from Philly, but her and Mr. Wilbur are in Virginia. Save me a lobster tail, Miss Pam. Save
Oh,
me a
Miss
lobster
Pam, thank
tail.
you for tuning in from YouTube. And matter of fact, YouTube watchers, please hit the subscribe
Memphis.
button. Subscribe and
Okay.
like this on YouTube, and you'll get the notifications. And I put out a lot more content on YouTube now. I'm trying to, jump in that arena. We've been Facebookers for so long, but that YouTube, I'm coming. I'm about to go DEF CON 3 on y'all asses. Y'all better look. Y'all better go over to YouTube. I'm telling y'all, better go over there. I'm putting out content damn near every day. So get over there to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, please. Some of the comments out there in the room. Scott McNeil he's tuning in from Woodstock, Georgia. Oh,
Yes, we got some
Danny, and
Texas
Danny is
folks.
from Florida. I knew you were from Florida, Danny.
Okay.
Danny, that's where I want to go. I want to move to Florida. I swear. The cubicle. Oh, that's my brother. I'm like the cube. Who done the cube? All right, that's my brother. I'm like I know
Uh,
that place. Where that's at? All right, my brother's in the cube in Philadelphia. Tell everybody I said what's up. Shane is in Kings Mountain, North
okay, North
Carolina.
Kakalaka.
Rodney Johnson is in Fayetteville, North
No,
Carolina
we
in the
got North
building.
Kakalaka and South Kakalaka represent up
Yes,
here.
they do. He's from Memphis, living in Orlando. I love Orlando too. I love Orlando.
Okay.
Orlando jumping, yo. Orlando's like the new Atlanta. A lot
Mhm.
of people going down to Orlando, yo. Um, Pamela also says, can't wait to chow down on the smoked ribs and lobster. Oh yeah.
She
Ah,
rubbing it in. I
she's
don't
rubbing
blame
it
you, Miss
in now.
Pam.
Ah, Dion says Rhode Island. Oh,
Dion,
that's where you at this week. Dion
this
be all
week.
over the place.
Shout out to
Hello
Texas.
from South Texas,
Okay,
Jasmine.
Texas.
That's what's up. Oh, and Ananias is in 757 VA, born in South Jersey. Go Birds,
South
go
Jersey
Birds.
represent.
Yeah, I
Tony
was in
said,
where was I yesterday? Was in some store and I'm walking out and the girl comes in with an Eagles shirt on, so I open the door, go in, and then I get past and step out into the street and it hit me. I'm like, oh, I'll run back in. I'm like, I would be remiss if I didn't say
"Go Birds."
go Birds.
Mhm. You
She
know it.
said, James Edfield, our regular on YouTube. That's why I'm doing it, James, because you have gotten me tuned in. He said we don't give YouTube any love. Well, James, I'm giving you guys love now. If you look throughout this week, multiple posts, shorts, and all, I'm coming. I'm coming for y'all. One of the things we need to do is stop dropping our pass rushes in the coverage. What are your thoughts on that? Yeah, yeah,
Let's talk
Pat,
about that
talk
in the third
about
quarter.
that.
We gonna talk about that in the third quarter. I want
All
to
right,
take this
okay,
shot,
all
man.
right.
I'm getting ready for this game. I don't know how hype you
All
are.
right, you know what time it is? It's halftime of
Yes,
our
sir.
show, and it's the virtual tailgate that's going on. So you guys should be getting ready for this game at 1:00. About 14 minutes to go. You're watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by Eagles fans, for Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, the 10-1 Philadelphia Eagles. And we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. So let's get it. Let me know what you're drinking on, how you are pre-gaming. I'm doing the coffee. Pat's doing the Jameson Irish whiskey.
We
Nichelle
do
sipping on the
mocktails
red
too.
wine. Uh, Where's our mixologist? He's not out there today, huh?
If you got
And my crew
healthy
over here is
shots,
drinking some.
non-alcoholic, you can take those too.
Yeah, no
You
doubt.
know.
My crew in here is drinking the Four Roses bourbon. All right, he said, "Damn, what quarter is it?" Dion said. All right, so let's do this to our
Kool-Aid.
Philadelphia Eagles.
See, Dion already been sipping
All
and
right,
he
yeah,
said he
you
was
missed the
grilling on
shot.
the
Yeah,
deck,
you got
so
to
I don't
catch
know
up.
what's going on over there.
All right, to our Philadelphia Eagles down the hatch. Let's go.
Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That is by Eagles fans, for Eagles fans.
No one likes us. We don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Dancing, let's get it started. Throw your birds up, y'all.
Fly, Eagles, fly. EAGLES, Eagles.
You're now
Let's
listening
go.
to the third quarter.
Third
get it.
quarter. All right,
Sure.
this is a good thing to we win today. We'll be 11-1, solidifying the bet from around the way here in my neighborhood that Dwight made with our fellow neighbor that the Eagles wouldn't win 11 games. Well,
Wow.
Who
we
made
get
that
this win
bet?
today.
Wow.
Who made that bet?
And look,
They
and the
lost either
he's
way.
a Giants fan,
Ugh,
and the person he made it with another
those
Giants.
birds.
The other Giants fan had more confidence in us than he did. So he took the $200 bet and was like, "I bet." And if we win today, that'll be 11 games and 12 out of 12. Like we wasted no time getting to the 11
No,
wins.
Yeah.
none whatsoever.
So I'm also here, also here on location just to see that transaction in itself take place. All right, so let me go to some comments here. Uh, Miss Jones says, "I'm looking forward to special teams stepping up." Well, you might as well have some more drinks.
I know, right? She got the good life. I'm
He
watching
said, "I'm
Wilbur
looking
on the
forward to
grill.
special teams stepping up to help us get this win." Wilbur is smoking, and I'm drinking Laza Azul, Lana Luna Azul tequila shots and watching Eagles talk
I
at
know
Wilbur.
that's right.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
Miss
what's up.
Pam.
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
better
come hang with
you're gonna
y'all.
need double shots of them to if you expect this
Yeah.
the special teams
Come
to
on,
help
man.
win
We
this
we
game. Help
we
win.
gonna talk positive
That's a
about the
stretch.
special teams. We're gonna talk
Didn't they make
positive.
some changes? Didn't they make some changes, some
I don't
adjustments
see.
this week?
They just added one guy off this practice squad. That's all they
Oh,
did. Yeah.
what's the over under on Michael Clay's job at the end of this season?
I'm pretty
I
sure
know,
it's
right?
over.
Okay.
We haven't seen a special teams coordinator just get fired in the middle of the season, especially
Yeah.
a 10-1 team. So I mean, I
Yeah.
think we're going to make some changes down the road, especially once we get an opportunity to shore up this first round. I mean,
Hmm.
first overall spot in the playoffs. But with that not with that being out of the picture, I think they're going. You might see some different rotations. Like last week, we already saw that they have what's your name, our third string running back catching punts. I mean, doing kick returns. So
Hmm.
you don't have Kobe doing kick returns no longer. So that actually may change. A lot of people have been calling for Devin Allen to come on there and see what he can do as a kick returner or a punt returner. We might have to change that. So this week, all they was talking about maybe put some of the starting linebackers on special teams. I don't think that's something that we should do. We just need these guys to step up and actually take ownership of what you do. Your job is a special teamer. Just like Ike Reese was a special teamer, who's a Pro Bowl special teamer. Be that.
Right, because he was hungry, and he talked about that.
A
You
lot.
know, like like he doesn't see that. He
Mm,
doesn't see that in this special teams unit. But you got to be hungry out there. Like special teams are usually the people that are not getting regular snaps or anything like that. The only place or time for them to shine is their duty on special teams. So why aren't they attacking it with like it? That working there, working and being successful in special teams. Number one, it keeps you in a career. You know what
mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Number two, you never know. We got a couple guys that are starters now that came by way of special teams, like their
Yep.
special teams play. Um, Kept them around. And when they had their opportunity, they made the best of it. Kazir White, I believe, is one of those. But so I don't understand. I don't know where the motivation or lack of is coming from with the
Mm-hmm.
special teams unit. Could it be all 11 guys are not taking it that seriously?
I think
I
so.
guess that's why
I
we
think
point
so.
to the coach more than that. Could it be all
It's
11
his
guys
job.
all
It's
the
his
time
job to get them
consistently?
to
Like,
buy into special teams and their assignments and actually taking the position seriously.
Mm-hmm.
That requires just as much practice as the other positions
Yeah, I
and
totally agree with that.
dedication.
I totally agree with that. But they got to take pride. Like you said, they have to take pride in what you do. Because
That's
each
right.
facet of this team, special teams, offense, defense, helps this team progress. Without the special teams being elite, which like our offense and our defense is actually turning into, that can hold us back. Last week against the Packers, if those two huge returns don't happen, the game is not even that close.
yeah, you're right. Letheon says has a question. You guys think AJ Brown will have over 100 yards today? I think he's
Hmm.
going to ball out. What do you guys think?
I
What do you
do
think?
think he's going to ball out.
I think he's going to ball out. He was sick.
I
Let's be
do. I have
clear. He
that
was sick the
feeling too.
last game. He had a stomach virus. And who wants to go to any job with a stomach virus? Let's be clear about
And
that. I
lost
don't
10
care how
pounds.
many medical staff
Let
and
alone.
things you can, the greatest medical staff ever, you still don't want to go to work.
Yeah.
Let's be real. So he's back full force. I definitely think he can get that 100-yard mark. He at least has 1 to 2 TDs today. That's for sure.
I actually foresee him having three. I hate.
Okay,
I think he's going to have
okay,
three
we got
touchdowns.
that.
I think they're going to after the first two ones they're going to double team him and it's going to open up the other receivers. I don't think Miles is going to get a lot of rushing yards, but that threat of the run is going to open a lot of things up over the middle for say Quez Watkins, Zach Pascal, and that's going to
Yeah,
be
it's cool.
the that's going to be the caveats
Shot o'clock.
of what
I'm
turns
sorry. Oh my
everything
bad.
what turns everything into Jalen Hurts' hands because Jalen Hurts ultimately is the author of what goes on today.
Oh, hold on. Stop the presses. Mama Pace, you make apple pies? Hold
Mom, bring
on.
it
Stop the
over. I'm
presses.
making
Wait,
jambalaya. Bring it over.
that is my favorite dessert all time.
Bring it over.
Apple
I'm
pie
making
with some vanilla
jambalaya.
ice cream. Are you kidding
Listen,
me?
I'll save you a piece, Dante.
Oh, yes. Definitely save me some of that.
I'll save you a piece.
Oh,
No, she
hopefully.
won't. She's gonna eat
Hold
it
up.
all.
Hopefully,
No, I
Mama
won't.
Johnson not.
I'm not. My son doesn't eat it like I eat it, so there'll definitely be some left. I can't be that greedy just eating this whole pie by myself.
Oh, that's my dessert of all time. Hold
Isn't
up.
it? It's the best thing ever.
Mama,
Well, as long as
Mama
we talk
Johnson
about
not.
pie, as long as we talk
I
about
gotta
pie, we
make sure
got
Mama
4 minutes.
Johnson not on here. Mom, your
4
pies are the best,
minutes.
Ma. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna find out about Mama Pace's pies too, though.
We got four
Yo, that's what's up.
minutes.
All right, yeah, 4 minutes before. Let me see. Ed says, "Do you think the defensive line will be like a shell game?" Uh, I'm man, I got high expectations for this defensive line today. I'm expecting to see a return to dominance, and not only in making tackles but eating up those blocks. Just the big guy having the same effect on the rushing game as he had prior to the injury, and when he his presence produced that low run per carry average. And it's not him making every tackle, it's just what he does by eating up the blockers and allowing others to flow freely to the running back. So I'm happy to get him back, man, and I'm eager to see his effect along with the other two big guys we picked up in his absence. Now we're going to have all three of them at one time. This
Mhm.
should be great. This defensive line should eat, man. It's up to Jonathan Gannon to put these guys in the best position to be successful. So that's where the big question mark comes at. Is he going to do that?
Yeah, that's the big question mark. I mean, listen, when we go down and predict this game, because you got about 2 more minutes, it comes down to our defense and offensive front. They have
Mhm.
a stout defensive front. Now, what makes that team so competitive on that side of the ball? They have a great running back. And with that being said, if we're able to control our line of scrimmage and do our job and you know, not do football plays, mess up on these very easy situations if we're going to be put in. I mean, we can win this game, a tight fought game, but we can win this game. I believe we might score 25-7. Don't ask me where I get 25 from, but I think it's going to
Yeah,
be
I'm about to
25
say, where the
percent.
hell you get 25 from?
Uh,
All right, all right, Michelle, go ahead.
I think it's going to be make a big difference to have Jordan Davis back in the lineup. Um, B, I hope the Steichen and Sirianni open up that offensive playbook a little bit more. And Gannon really just kind of has to hold his nuts up at defense this week. I don't even know how else to say it. We have to get pressure on this quarterback. Like to Pat's point earlier, there's no reason why we should let a quarterback like
and the
Tannehill
hell
beat
he
us.
does.
Come on.
I know.
I'm not scared of Derrick Henry. I'm not everybody wants us to be scared of this player. Micah Parsons, we neutralized him. Justin Jefferson, we pissed him off. He wanted to cry in the end zone. Come on now. Bring it.
Shut him down.
Shut him
Shut him
down.
down.
Derrick Henry is just the next one that we're ready to shut down. So I definitely think it'll be a tight game, but I think we win by at least 3 points.
All right, got all the predictions out there. I'll run through a couple of them real quick. What's that? Oh, so Drexel Davis says 30-27. John Batiste says
Oh,
Eagles 24, Titans 14. Fred says 38-27 Birds. Wilbert is predicting
That's
36-17
right.
Birds.
See,
Ed Clinton
our
is
fans have
27 to
belief.
19. Danny just says good evening. Where is it? Is it evening where you at, Danny? Let me know. you're obviously not in America if it's the evening. But he says 28-12.
Shout out to Tony Byrne. It's 3:45 a.m. over down
Yes,
in
he
the
up
Yeah, I
in the
know.
crack ass of dawn. Okay, Chef.
Yo, Chef is in the house. He said
Chef said
47 to
the
27.
blowout
Chef,
coming.
I got you, Chef. This what we got. That's what I got you, Chef. Boom.
I don't think it's gonna be
Made it.
40. If it's
Made it happen.
47-27, man, I'm going for a
31 to
shot. That's crazy.
19. Dion says.
Okay.
Raheem says 31 to 10. I like Raheem's thing. So I
Okay,
think that this
Hemi.
team does get back on its winning ways. Well, we won last week. We've been on our winning ways all year.
Come
Let's just
on.
face it.
We're
All
the
right, I
best
think they
team in the league.
I think
Why
we
do we
get
act
back
like
to
we're not?
winning similarly to how we win it earlier in the year, where we get up, we stop them early, and put some points on the board in the first half. Remember those days? Remember we used to put a lot of points on the board in the first half
Yeah.
and take the second half off.
Yeah.
So I think we get back to this. I think we have success in the offense in the first half, and the defense comes out and they get with them. They meet that physicality with physical. A violent game today, up in the trenches today. Put it on both sides of the ball, and I think we do win. I'm not going to put a score on it, but you know me. I believe that the Eagles will win, us with more points than them. You guys go enjoy the game. The kickoff's about to happen. We will be back here immediately following the game after this. Hopefully, this win over the Titans. Enjoy. Come
Let's
back
get
and
it.
watch the post game with us. I'm your man, Dante the Dark Knight. For Pat and Shell, we'll see you guys. And don't forget, we have a game day chat on our Facebook, in our Facebook group. So go there. We'll be talking throughout the game, and hopefully we'll be happy, and Pat won't be pissed. All right, so we'll see you guys right after the game. I'm out. Peace.